Hi, this is Malon or Malonb from Facebook or Malon Shop. I forgot what number of the Cast Off Crew video this is, but this is my Cast Off Crew Wednesday video. I do have a few things to show you. Let me start with the fingerless gloves or wrist warmers I showed you last time. This was my first time making two at a time, so two at once using a circular needle. I think it turned out all right. The experience was good. It wasn't bad. I only used one skein or one cake or one ball. I didn't bother dividing it up into two, and it actually was not too hard. I'm kind of surprised I just didn't end up with, a whole tangled thing. I tried to use as much of the yarn as I could, but I was still left with some. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with that. But anyway, this was a free pattern. It's on my last video, but I'll probably post it here also in the description. These are it. And I forgot the name of it. It's called, I think, yeah, I forgot the name of the pattern, but this is it. I really like the yarn colors. I like how it turned out. The sizing is good. The only thing would be it's a little bit big, like in the palm section. I don't even know if that makes sense because it should be, I guess, bigger down here, but whatever. Anyway, these are for me. I'm pretty happy with it. And the only other thing I would say, and this is just a problem I have in general, I don't know if it's just the way I do things or I don't know how to do it correctly, maybe. I did have to go back and close up some of the holes I got when I created the thumb gusset. But otherwise, actually, it wasn't as much as I thought it would be. So I'm kind of happy with that. And just FYI, the pattern, from the pattern, I did add another repeat here. Let me show you. I did add another cable repeat before starting the thumb gusset. Again, just because I wanted to use as much as the yarn as I could as possible. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with those. The next thing I finished was a made in amigurumi. This is a free pattern also from the Red Hearts. I think it's a Red Hearts website. I'll post a link below, of course. I did find it via Ravelry also. It looks like this. And via the pattern, this is supposed to be, I think, a baby elephant. I think it's supposed to be like a baby toy or whatever. And in the pattern, they did include a little bonnet for it, which was pretty cute, but I just didn't really want to make it. So I just added a bow here, which is some scrap yarn I had, a ribbon yarn, and I made a necklace for it, which if you can see, is just really tiny beads I had, and I had them randomly, and I just wanted to use it up, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. And it's really easy. It's just, I took a double strand of thread, put the beads on, calculated or measured how much I needed to go around the neck twice, and then just tied it a couple of times, and that's all I did. And of course the eyes and the cheeks are felt. But yeah, pretty much like this pattern. And this yarn is actually, I think it's just cotton yarn, but it's really thin. I don't know what weight it is because the cone that it came on, it had no information. I got that yarn from one of the random goodie bags I got from the place. So other than it being cotton, I really have no other idea of what weight it is or anything. Other than it was just really thin and I had to use a smaller hook than I'm used to. But otherwise, I think this turned out pretty cute. It would sit like this, and I will probably list it in my shop sometime. The next thing I did is actually something I'm working on. I am doing another shawl. I'm using that Malabrigo, the gray one I had. I made it into a cake. I have 2 skeins of this, and I cast it on yesterday, so I don't have much at all. But so far, it's looking like this. I think it'll be really pretty. I think this yarn is going to show off that the yarn overs really nicely. So I am kind of excited for that. And the pattern I'm doing is also a free pattern. I found it via Ravelry. I also will link the post below, or will link the website below. It's called The Lonely Tree Shawl, Leaves and Lace in Autumn Tweed. This is just the first page of it. Again, I'll post a link below. And that is actually the only stuff I'm working on right now. I do know that I do have some works in progress I didn't really get to yet, but I will definitely try to get to that. I know since it's gonna be starting to get cooler soon, I really do want to finish that crochet sweater I've been working on for some months now. Hopefully I'll finish it up. I don't know if about next time, but at least I want to get the front cover or the front panel done. I have the back one finished, so I just need the front one and the arms, and I think that's pretty much it. So I did dye some more stuff during the week, and let me first show you the yarn. This is the regular wool yarn, and I was dyeing these with myself in mind. I still want to make myself a bag, which of course I don't know yet if I will either crochet or knit it, but I want to felt it. That way it'll be a lot easier to, to take around. It won't stretch, that kind of thing. And I wanted to get a really nice purple color, maybe like a lilac color, but I dyed 2 skeins of this, and I guess I didn't have enough dye in there, so I did end up with more of a variegated yarn. That the dye did kind of break or separate, so I do have some blues and reds, mixed in with a purple, and some, of the raw color and everything. But anyway, this is what I ended up with. And these are not reskeined, so they're just how they came out straight from the dye. I'm not sure if I'm going to either re-dye it or maybe just have these in my shop and then make another for myself. I'm not really sure yet. I don't even have a pattern for my bag. If you guys have any ideas, I do want to make like a big bag, maybe big enough to carry, books, or, not as big as a beach bag, but somewhere in between, like a regular purse and a beach bag would be nice. But anyway, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to include this in my shop or not. And I did make one more that I just wanted to see the difference in the colors. I did use some brighter dyes for these, or for this one, and it turned out like this. And this is not reskeined yet either, so definitely will do this one for my shop. And I wanted to get these up during the weekend, but I just didn't have a time. So I also did dye some roving. I don't know if you guys remember, I did go to a yarn and fiber festival, the one in Maryland, whenever it was last time, a few months ago, and I did pick up a spindle and also some roving. So that is the roving I dyed, and again, if you saw, I don't know if it was in my last video or not, I showed you guys the first skein of yarn I actually made myself, plied and everything. Of course, this is the roving I used for that as well. I'll show it to you guys. I still have some of it left, probably more than half. I got Coopworth roving. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not. Looks like that. Coopworth roving. And of course, this is the undyed. If you guys would want to get some of this or buy some of this undyed or unprocessed roving, do let me know. I can definitely list it for you.
Now, these pieces that I dyed, I did divide them up into 1 ounce, 1 ounce weights. I thought that would be a good, I guess a good amount from what I've seen on Etsy or in general how they sell it. They usually do go by either ounces or grams. I don't know how many grams this is, but whatever equals to 1 ounce or a little over. This is my first one. It's like a raspberry with green. And I was just experimenting with the colors. And the way I dyed it, it was not braided when I dyed it, so I just kind of, put them randomly and then put the dye on randomly. And once dry, I braided it and this is what came out. I kind of like that. This is another. It's an orange with some blue. Looks like that. It has little white specks on it as well. And this is my last two, which are the same colorway. I think these are my favorites. They're just various colors. They kind of remind me of fall colors. I actually really like this. And if I didn't know any better, I probably would keep these for myself and spin them. But since I know that personally spinning is not really for me, I probably will not keep these. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. And if you have any tips, if you guys dye your own top or roving, yeah, give me some tips. Because I'm a real newbie, of course. So, whatever you guys can pass on, that'll be great. But yeah, I don't have any of this in my shop yet. I probably, hopefully, and I will try to get it up by the end of the week. Otherwise, hopefully by my next video. But other than that, that was pretty much all I worked on. As I mentioned, I know I have a lot of works in progress I want to finish up, like especially the sweater and the shawl now that I started. Hey guys, and I almost forgot to mention, I know in my last video, or maybe it was in one of my haul videos, I did mention a book I got recently, and I finally got the first part, the Friday Night Knitting Club. I don't know if any of you guys have read it. I think Dana mentioned that she had her copy, but I don't know if you started reading it or not. I did start reading it. I got it this weekend, and I got to, I think, almost chapter 5. So far, it's all right. It's pretty entertaining. I'm this far in. It was my first book that has anything to do with knitting. I don't even know if they have many books like that out there, but again, I did get the other one in my book haul, the second part, and since I didn't realize it was the second part, I decided to get this one to read it first. And I got this one it was on eBay. It's a used book, but it's used pretty gently. I think it was only like maybe $3 with shipping included, so I don't think it was that bad. And what I think I'm going to do is, once I finish reading this one, I probably will have a giveaway for it. I don't know yet if I'm gonna do just this one or if I'm going to do it once I finish this and the second and maybe include both in. But yeah, I'll think about it. I think that'll be a fun thing to do. You can pass on the enjoyment. So yeah, other than that, guys, that's all. I will see you guys next week, and I look forward to seeing all your videos. Bye.